to do a little arc to try to get under you. 100 feet back, making that dive. Too cool here.
That 38 is no matter what I do, he's today.
Race friends, it's time for the fastest 2 hours in motorsports. It's time for On Pit Road Racing, right here, right now, live from downtown Las Vegas on the flagship station, the WCOBM television network. Our race team will have all the latest news, updates, and interviews for the world of motorsports. So buckle up and pull those belts tight. The green flag is in the air, and it's time to go racing. And here are the hosts of On Pit Road Racing, Alan Michaels and the First Lady, Diane Fox.
And good afternoon, everybody. I thought you were taking that today.
I thought you were. Because I thought we were going to run over each other.
Well, you want to go ahead and do it then?
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for tuning into On Pit Road Racing. We've got a great show today.
Fantastic show lined up for us, Diane. Man, we had some good racing this weekend too. Man, NASCAR was on fire over there in Nashville. The NHRA, man, what's some racing up at Mid Ohio, up in Ohio. Norwalk, Ohio. So we'll talk a little bit about that. That's all coming up for you. Good to have you aboard, everybody. Alan Michelson beside me, the First Lady, Diane Fox, on Pit Road Racing live here at the WCOBM studios each and every Wednesday afternoon. Starts at 5 o'clock, located 450 Fremont Street in the downtown Las Vegas in the Neonopolis complex, just on the other side of the Gene Woods Racing Experience and also the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. This show is being streamed out on the WCOBM.TV channel, Facebook, Twitters. We've got it launching and rocking and rolling at a dozen other places. It's still yet more to come. And Diane, we've got some news coming for everybody in about 3 weeks. Just spoke to Mr. Gentleman down in Florida, Mr. Phil Cummings down there, who's getting ready to open up a station down in Daytona Beach. So hopefully within about the next 3 weeks or so, we're going to be also live around the world here, but also in Daytona Beach, Florida, Diane.
That'll be fun.
I'm looking forward to that.
Fun.
Hey, you know, man, our show partners, the Gene Woods Racing Experience, 2 great locations for you here in the Las Vegas area, 450 Fremont Street in the heart of downtown. Open up every day from noon to midnight. No reservations needed for that track. And, of course, if you want to go fast, the original Gene Woods Racing Experience at 121 East Sunset Road, right out by the airport there. A great view of the Las Vegas Strip, man. It's lit up at night. You got the football stadium. The Jets are screaming in and out. Yep. And if you want some more information, just go to the World Wide Web at gokartslasvegas.com, and they'll be more than happy to do that. Our good friends at Woods Family Sandwiches, 2 great locations here right on the Henderson, Las Vegas. And I know you just love the chicken salad from there.
Oh, yeah.
It's great, isn't it?
Nothing will beat that chicken salad.
Nothing beats that chicken salad.
Yeah.
World Wide Web, WFSandwiches.com. They're the official caterers of On Pit Road Racing. Also, our good friends at the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, a little bit later in this program, coming up in about 50 minutes or so. Gene Woods, the founder of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, has got a special announcement. I think it's all going to be doing, Diane, to the 4th annual show coming up in January.
Yes.
Gene will have all the details coming up there. Also, our good friends at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's our official home track, LVMS.com. Got all kinds of stuff going on there, man. You've got bull ring racing, NHRA, NASCAR's coming back to town. We've got road course racing out there, the holiday lights and all that stuff, man. So that's what we got going on. Hey, coming up in the program, man, we've got GMS racers from the Craftsman Truck Series, Grant Enfinger, Raul Carruth, Daniel Dye. Also, Diane just locked in Attica Centerstorm. Top Fuel from the FIA and Superbikes champion from London, England, is going to be joining us coming up in a couple of weeks, all the way from across the pond.
Wow.
So we're looking forward to having that, man. It's going to be today on this program, the Vice President of Media Relations and Communications for the Las Vegas Motor Speedway and now Sonoma Speedway, Mr. Jeff Motley, will be on this program coming up. And then Diane, about 5:30 today, a young man that I know you've been really just chomping at the bit to talk to, Mr. Kris Martin.
Yep.
Great kid from Canada, man.
I mean, yeah, he's amazing. I mean, I love his Kia commercial. I watch it anytime, it comes on. Well, I'll turn it up because it's amazing what he's had to endure to get where he's at.
Got a special helmet designed and everything else. So we'll talk to that young man too. Johnny Spilitro is going to be stopping by with us, but he got tied up at work. So Johnny's putting these exercise things together on film for us so that we can play them back, and we'll have them next week. And then, of course, at the end of the program, we'll speak to Mr. Gene Woods, the founder of the Hot Shoe, because I know there's a big announcement coming there. You know what I mean?
Yep, I get it.
Any shout outs or anything you'd like to say hi to people out there today?
All our racing fans.
All the racing fans. Well,
no, not racing fans. Racing friends.
Racing friends. How about we get to the racing weather? It's brought to you by our good friends at the Woods Family Sandwiches, 2 locations here in Las Vegas, Henderson area, also up in Boulder City. Diane, how are they going to be looking for racing in the weather at the racetracks this weekend?
Okay, well, my glasses are a little funky today, so just bear with me. Well, NASCAR weekend in Chicago, Friday for NASCAR Cup and the Xfinity, cloudy skies with a 40% chance of rain is in the forecast. Both Cup and Xfinity teams have set up and garage hours from 1 to 4 p.m. Highs 77.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited about watching that race. I just can't. I'm having a hard time imagining around Chicago.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
All right.
Saturday, cloudy skies, a 50% chance of rain. Highs right at 75. Both Xfinity and Cup teams have practice and qualifying on Saturday, along with the Xfinity Race Series taking the green flag for the Loop 121 at 5 p.m. Eastern Time.
Well, let's hope the rain holds out for them.
Yeah, mostly sunny skies on Sunday with a 10% chance of a late afternoon shower. High 74, green flag for the Grant Park 220 is at 5:30.
You're from that area and been over in that area. Is Grant Park like a big area there? I mean, they're racing around the park or something?
Yeah, it's a pretty big area, yeah.
All right.
IndyCar weekend at Mid-Ohio, cloudy skies all weekend with highs mid-80s and a 50% chance of rain on Friday, 60% on Saturday, and 40% on Sunday. Let me see. F1 weather in Austria. Looking really nice for the F1 in Austria this weekend. Mostly sunny skies. Highs mid-80s. There's a slight chance of rain on Saturday. The NHRA is off this weekend. And, Alan, that's a look at racing weather. Brought
to you by our good friends of the Woods Family Sandwiches. 2 great locations here in the Henderson, Las Vegas area and up at Boulder City, man. The chicken salad is fantastic there. The roast beef wrap is just unbelievable. We have got to call Dale in and have her bring some sandwiches by after his show.
I want some tomato soup and a grilled cheese.
And a grilled cheese sandwich.
I know it's a little hot for tomato soup, but you know what? Sit in your house, turn the air on. There you go.
Freeze your body out to eat the grilled cheese and the tomato soup, huh? All right.
I think I could eat tomato soup anytime. I don't think it would matter.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break. When we come back, man, we've got racing news and updates coming up in just about 10 minutes, a little less than 10 minutes or so. Vice President of Media Relations and Communications from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Jeff Motley, will join us via the Skype units and all the satellite stuff and everything else we got here. Phone lines, we've got it. I don't know. Jeff will be on there from somewhere.
Coming from wherever.
We're watching On Pit Road Racing, brought to you by the WCOBM. We're back in 2 minutes, everybody.
Bright lights. Jerry B here up in Sacramento, Union Gospel Mission, giving out some shoes to the homeless here. A lot of smiling faces. We got one deal. We give you a pair of shoes. You got to give us a smirk and a photo. And this is the mission of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, which is a non-profit organization based out of Las Vegas, started by Gene Woods. We're trying to do good things and fill little holes in people's lives the best we can. And today we're up in Sacramento, just doing the best we can. Thanks for supporting us.
The bright lights, the glitz, the glamour. It all means nothing without a shot. A chance to turn dreams into reality. To change your destiny. To make history. Nothing was given. Everything earned. It's more than a race. It's a shot at a championship.
Let's go get a championship, baby!
The NASCAR playoffs return to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Southport 400, October 13th and 15th.
Montana Road Racing back at UW Studio. It's WCOBM Studios there, man. The music just, man, that band just took off right there. Coming up in about 5 minutes, Jeff Motley will join us, Diane. Shall we get into some racing news and notes real quick?
Sure.
All right, let's do it for you. Round number 10 of the Formula One season gets kicked off this weekend in Austria, man, for the 2023 Austria Grand Prix. So far, it's been all Red Bull and MV. That's right, Max Verstappen right there. He is just taking names. I mean, he has won 7 of the 9 events so far, Diane, and I mean, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anyhow. It's Verstappen, Sergio Perez, and Fernando Alonso. Top 3, and Lewis Hamilton is starting to make a little bit of a move, but, we'll have to see what happens with that, okay? IndyCar for you, man. The NXT IndyCar Series gets back into action this weekend as the IndyCar teams visit Mid-Ohio Motorsports for the Honda Indy 200. Green flag falls Sunday, July 2nd, 1:30 p.m., man. And I'm going to tell you right now, so far right now, it has been Ganassi racing all year long with Alex Palou, Marcus Ericsson, Scott Dixon. Most winningest driver in IndyCar Series has not won yet. But Diane, before this is over with, you count out SD, man. He's going to be there. So she got IndyCar racing and all kinds of stuff with F1 all back in action. Shall we get into some NASCAR stuff before we bring our guest in?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. Hey, it was the Rackley Roofing 200. The results from the Nashville Speedway, it was Carson Hocevar took the lead with 40 laps remaining in Friday night's NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series at the Nashville Super Speedway out there. Carson Hocevar, Zane Smith, and you're looking at Nicholas Sanchez, Corey Helm, and Bela Curry. Your top 5. Diane, you've got the current driving standings.
Current driving standings. Corey Himes first, Zane Smith, and then there's Grant Enfinger, Ty Majeski, and Ben Rhodes.
Right.
Yeah, current playoff standings is Corey Heim. We're going to hear a lot about it. I think we're going to hear his name up top for a while.
I do too.
Zane Smith, Christian Eckes, Grant Enfinger, and Carson Hocevar rounds out that.
Next event is going to be Saturday, July 8th, 1:30 p.m. at the O'Reilly Auto Parts 150th in Mid-Ohio Motorsports Park, Lexington, Ohio. 67 laps, 151 miles. You can catch the race on the FS1 MRN Sirius XM satellite. We'll have all the coverage for you for that. How about a little bit of Xfinity racing, Diane?
Sure.
All right, the Dinger Man hold it off, and he did. He got it in overtime to claim his first victory in the race of the season at the Tennessee Lottery 250 Nashville Super Speedway this past weekend, man. The veteran led the final 20 laps to pick up the win out there, and you have got the top 5, Diane.
Yes, top 5 is the Dinger in first place, A.J. Allmendinger. Then there's Riley Hurst.
Right.
And he's second, so that's great for him. Sam Hill and Josh Berry.
Wrapping it up for you, current standings, John Hunter, Nemechek up on top of Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier, Cole Custer, and Josh Berry. With the playoff standings sort of matching it up, it's John Hunter, Nemechek, Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier, Cole Custer, and Chandler Smith. Next up for the Xfinity coming around this weekend, 2 p.m. July 1st, Chicago Street Race. Catch the race on NBC, Peacock, also MRN and Sirius XM satellite. We'll have all the details and race coverage for you on that one, Diane. And so with Ross Chastain, the watermelon man, Diane, man, he cropped it off. A perfect race weekend. He got the pole. That was his first one. He picked up that Gibson guitar by picking up the win. And, man, he was just hot. Chastain was hot. Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, and Kyle Larson wrap up your top 5. Diane, you've got the current driver standings.
Yeah, well, we have Martin Truex Jr. in first place, William Byron, Ross Chastain, and Christopher Bell. Kyle Busch rounds up the top 5. The current playoff standings, the top 16, we have William Byron, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney, which I think that put him a few down because of this wreck this weekend.
Right.
Joey Logano, Tyler Reddick, Kevin Harvick, he has no wins yet. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Brad Keselowski, no wins yet. Chris Buescher, no wins yet. Bubba Wallace, no wins yet. And Daniel Suarez, no wins yet. Yeah, and the top buys up on the cut line right now is you're looking at Alex Bowman, Ty Gibbs, AJ Allmendinger, and Michael McDowell up next for the Cup guys, Chicago Street Race or the Grant Park 220 this weekend. Real quickly, NHRA, Leah Pruitt takes it in the top fuel. Blake Alexander whips up on Matt Hagan in the funny car. Matt Hadford, I could not believe it, pulled out the big-time victory in Pro Stock, and Hector Arana Jr. kicked up on Pro Stock Motorcycles. Up next for the Camping World NHRA Series, July 14th through the 16th.
Denver, Colorado, Mile High Nationals out there, okay? We're going to take a quick break because he's standing by on the line. When we come back to you people out there, we have got the Vice President of Media Relations and from the Sonoma Raceway and the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Mr. Jeff Motley is standing by. We're back in 1 minute, everybody.
The bright lights, the glitz, the glamour. It all means nothing without a shot. A chance to turn dreams into reality. To change your destiny. To make history. Nothing's given. Everything earned. It's more than a race. It's a shot at a championship.
Let's go get a championship, baby!
The NASCAR playoffs return to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the South Point 400. October 13th through 15th.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. Downtown Las Vegas. Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
And we're sitting back with you coming up just about 17 minutes after the hour. On Pit Road Racing, presented by our good friends at the WCOVM. We're located downtown Fremont Street, everybody in the heart of Fremont at the Neonopolis Complex. Our first guest is standing by up on the line for us right now. He attended the Virginia Tech, great institution at Virginia Tech from 1986 to 1990. He started his work in the media and sports world as a sports editorial assistant for the Roanoke Times from 1987 to 1990. Then he took on the sports editor's job at the News at Advance from September to 1990 to 97. After that, he made the big move, man. He did a little time with NASCAR for a year, then 24 years he has been at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. He is the director, the vice president of public relations, media, and communications for not only the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, but for the Sonoma Raceway, making his 21st appearance on this program. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Jeff Motley. Jeff, good afternoon to you, sir. Jeff, can you... Yeah, I think so, Jeff. I mean, it is some kind of, I think it is some kind of record. I'm going to do a little switch here, Jeff, and I'm going to turn something else on because everything just going a little bit crazy here today. Have you got us now?
Oh, yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay. Jeff Motley's joining us. Diane, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Well, I got a couple questions for you. Is that okay?
That's absolutely fine. Yeah.
Okay, you got started in the general sports world. What got you into motorsports?
Well, my hometown is Martinsville, Virginia, so I started going to races when, gosh, I was probably 4 or 5 years old. I would go with my dad to the races. My granddad used to work in some of the NASCAR races, so I'd go with my granddad. So it was just born into my blood. I mean, we'd go drive to the lake on a Sunday afternoon, and Dad would have the race on the radio, listening to it on MRN, whether it was Daytona or Nashville, Bristol, wherever the race was. So, so it just, I just kind of grew up with it. It was always in my blood. And then even when I got into the media business, even though I was covering a lot of different sports, I was still covering NASCAR as well. It was part of my beat, and got to know a lot of the folks in NASCAR and people at Winston with the Winston Cup Series, and just found my way into the sport full time.
Jeff, did you ever do any sports or did you ever drive any at all?
Never drove competitively. I mean, I've done some of the driving schools and things like that, but that's about it. I've never done anything competitive. It was too expensive to try to drive a race car. It was when I was a kid, it still is now.
Jeff, hey, you've been at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for 24 years, and now you have Sonoma to take care of. How do you do it all?
Well, first off, we have really good people. There's a great staff in place in Sonoma. We've got a communications director up there that has been in place for about a year now. And Greg Falconer, she does an amazing job. We have terrific staff here in Las Vegas. So we just have good people. And then the other great thing about our company with Speedway Motorsports is we all help each other. I spent last week in Nashville working that race because that's one of our tracks. I was up in Sonoma for a week for that race, but when we have our race here in Las Vegas, I'll have somebody come in from the other track and help me. I'll either have, depending on where they're from. So, like I've got the folks from Dover Motor Speedway that'll be coming in October, helping us here with our race. So we just have great collaboration within our company, and I think that makes everybody's job easier.
Jeff, let's talk about it. This is a great honor, and I am so happy to hear this. The Las Vegas Motor Speedway, I believe, is the first venue to be inducted into the Southern Nevada Sports Hall of Fame. Got to tip our helmets to you, Chris Powell, Kevin, and everybody over at LVMS, Jeff.
Yeah, that was quite an honor. First off, like you said, to be the first venue chosen to be inducted with an incredible class. Gold medal cyclist Connor Fields, Ron Kruger, the legendary college basketball coach Kevin Higgins, who's been synonymous with baseball here in Las Vegas for many years. Karen White, probably one of the best high school basketball coaches the state of Nevada has ever had, and Governor Kenny Wynn, who was a great friend of the Speedway when he was in office back from 1999 to 2007. So it's an amazing class to go in with. The Hall of Fame's been around since 1997. A number of motorsports luminaries are in that Hall of Fame. Richie Klein, Kurt Busch, Mel Larson, Sam Schmidt. And when you look at the other people in other forms of sports that are in that Hall of Fame, Andre Agassi, Greg Maddox, Randall Cunningham, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather Jr., the list goes on and on. It's quite an honor to be mentioned with all those folks.
Jeff, besides Las Vegas Motor Speedway, do you have another favorite track?
That's funny. Everybody said, where do you like to go watch a race? And I'm going to say, you can't vote for Las Vegas. Probably going to see the night race in Bristol. This is to me something that everyone should go see. And I've always been partial to my hometown. Martinsville Speedway is where I went to my first ever race. It's where I grew up as a kid going to. And Martinsville will always have a special place in my heart because it's my hometown. I have classmates from high school, friends of mine from childhood who still live back there. I don't have any family there anymore, but I still do have friends there, and that place just holds a special place in my heart.
That's so special you said that, Jeff, because that's where the first time I ever did a live remote or ever did any broadcasting as far as on terrestrial radio, internet, whatever it might be, was at Martinsville Speedway. And I was just thinking about old Lewis Compton, man, one of the great track announcers, man. I always enjoyed hearing his voice at Martinsville Speedway.
Yeah, the mouth of the South. I'll tell you, when I was a little kid, it was special. You're right, to go in there and hear Lewis Compton's voice. And if people don't remember Lewis Compton, they don't know what he sounded like, go find the movie The Last American Hero, which was written by Tom Wolfe, and it was about basically the life of Junior Johnson. It was an article from Esquire magazine. They turned it into a movie, and it starred one of the Bridges, either Jeff Bridges or Bo Bridges. But when the scenes are at Martinsville Speedway, you hear Lewis Compton's voice kind of booming over the loudspeaker, and it was a treat for me as a kid because Lewis was a morning DJ in the Martinsville, Henry County area. So I remember getting up, every morning, and you either hear Lewis Compton on the radio or a guy named Pete Bloom, who was one of the top ambassadors for Martinsville Speedway for many years. So to hear those guys' voices when I was a kid, and then Lewis passed away before I really became an adult, but still it's pretty special as a kid going in there and hearing his voice.
Jeff, can we talk about the two local drivers real quickly? Riley Herbst from Stewart Haas. Let's start with him. He seems like he's on a good roll.
Oh, there's no question he's on a good roll. He got a second place finish last week in Nashville. That final restart, he was lined up outside of A.J. Allmendinger. AJ just had a really, really good car under it. That car was strong. So I don't think Riley had much of a chance. But it was funny. My job, one of the things I was helping do on Saturday for the Xfinity race was I was going to oversee the post-race bullpen where they stop all the cars, they bring the second to the fifth place drivers over for interviews. Well, it just so happened that the bullpen was right by Riley's kid. So it was pretty cool to see the reaction of his family. I talked to his dad, Troy, right after the race was over, right up there on pit road. So the excitement Riley had and the family, and certainly getting some momentum going. You know, he's going to win. I know he wants to get a win. He was really close. And, hey, look, he was the best Xfinity driver in the race. If we didn't have a tough guy in the race on Saturday, Riley would have gotten that first win.
Looking good. Let's move on. Noah Gragson, who obviously both Riley and Noah cut their teeth out at the bull ring. Noah had some great success with Kyle Busch Motorsports, then moving over to junior in the Xfinity. It's just been a tough year, don't you think, Jeff? I mean, new car, new team, just a tough freshman year for Noah.
Well, it's been a tough year, and I mean, I'm not going to point fingers here, say anything, weird going on, but look, they announced early in the year that they're moving over to Toyota next year. So I can't believe they're driving a Chevy for the rest of the season. So it's hard for me to believe they're getting a whole lot of intel from Chevy that's really going to help them so much the rest of this year. And I think this is one of those seasons where I think if you're Noah, you just try to get as much seat time as you can, you do the best you can, and who knows, you might get in the front of a line at Daytona and crazy things happen. And you know how things can go at a Daytona or Talladega, and they be back into one. But I think they really are got most of their focus on next year with the move to Toyota, knowing the support they're going to get from TRD, that they're going to get from Joe Gibbs Racing, the collaboration for 2311. I don't think there's any question that going over to Toyota next year, they're going to be a big help too.
Hey, Jeff, we've got some great events coming up. The Bull Ring, the Night of Fire, the month of October, bring NASCAR and NHRA. Tell us all about what's coming up.
Well, definitely looking forward to the Night of Fire on Monday night. We've got about 10 different classes racing, probably over 200 laps of racing. In the night, the waterless boat races, which are always a lot of fun. And then I think one of the best fireworks shows we have in the entire valley, that will go on there. So July 3rd is a great night for people to come out and enjoy some weekly sports fun, if you will, and see some fireworks. It's a final weekly racing series event of the season. We kind of retooled our schedule to where we're not running in late August and September, partly because of the heat and the proximity to the NASCAR race. And then you're right, we get into October and we've got two major events, the playoff race, the South Point 400 for the NASCAR Cup Series, and the Oscar 302 Xfinity Series. It's a doubleheader on Saturday and Sunday. And then NHRA, it's a penultimate event, the NHRA drag racing series. So kind of exciting to have both those events piled into October.
Fine. A couple of final thoughts before I let you go, Jeff. Your thoughts about F1 coming to Las Vegas, and was SMI or the Las Vegas Motor Speedway ever in talks about hosting an event, or has it always just been the Strip thing?
No, I think this is something that's kind of been unique to the Las Vegas Strip. I think this is not a Speedway event at all. I believe that all events that come to Vegas are good for everybody. I think it's great that we got Formula One. I think it's great the Super Bowl's coming. I think it's great we're going to get the Final Four in a few years. We've had the NFL draft, we had NCAA basketball tournaments, and then when you look at all the participatory events that the LVCDA has been putting together, whether it's soccer tournaments, volleyball tournaments, that maybe you don't even hear that much about. I just think seeing all these events coming to Las Vegas is good for all of us. It raises the exposure of our town as a sports. I think we'll become the sports capital of the world.
I think so too. One quick question that we had from a viewer, Jeff, wanted to know, will IndyCar ever come back to Las Vegas Motor Speedway?
I certainly would never say never. I'm sure there's always the possibility. We would certainly be wide open to it if it was the right situation. Everybody remembers 2011, and I think that's been quite a while ago now. So I think if the right situation presented itself, then we'd certainly be open to it. But there'd be a lot of things that have to come together to make it happen.
Certainly is.
That's true.
It really is, man. And of course, we were there, and it's, we don't want to, don't dwell on it, but that's the way racing is. My friends and race friends, the Vice President of Media Relations and Communications for the Las Vegas Motor Speedway and the Sonoma Raceway, Mr. Jeff Motley. And before we leave you, Jeff, Diane and I personally wanted to thank you. This is our 12th season of On Pit Road Racing, and you have been the guy that you told us straight out of the hole, if we could make 3 years and get our feet in the concrete, we were off and running. Well, my friend, This is your 21st appearance on the program, our 12th year, and we are so psyched. Gene got us a whole brand new system. We're ready to come back to Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and we just want to thank you, because without your support, kindness, love, and all the efforts that you gave this program, we don't know if we'd be here, Jeff. So on behalf of Diane, Gene, and myself, we thank you very much, Jeff.
Well, I appreciate the kind words. You guys keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. Jeff Motley, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Jeff, we'll see you in October, my friend.
All right, see you guys.
You got it. Jeff Motley there, everybody, taking good care of business today. And he's standing by in the green room. When we come back, we are going to have him from Canada, a young racer that I've been looking to talk to, man, and we're going to do it right after this. Kris Martin standing by. We'll do it right after this, everybody.
Welcome to my world. Handicapped man down at a charity feed. Great spread this morning. God, it was horrible. But it made what I needed to happen. Then I had these people that stopped and said, "Hey, you want some shoes?" I said, "Yeah, I was going to need to get some anyway. So might as well." And if it really comes to fruition, help them buy more shoes so that we can help more people. I'm not we, but you know what I mean. Hell, might as well. There's nothing wrong with helping someone.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
Lights, the glitz, the glamour. It all means nothing without a shot. A chance to turn dreams into reality. To change your destiny. To make history. Nothing's given. Everything earned. It's more than a race. It's a shot at a championship.
Let's go get a championship, baby!
The NASCAR playoffs return to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the South Point 400, October 13th and 15th.
About 33 minutes after the hour. Downtown Las Vegas on Pit Road Racing is here, and we are here, and we're going to bring him right on in. And there he stands by with us right there. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yeah, let me take a little music down. You want some a little more? Let's give Kris a little music here.
All right.
Kris rocked out a little bit. I know it's that long today. On Pit Road Racing's back live. I am Alan Michaels, Diane Fox, and beside me. We want to thank Mr. Jeff Motley right there, Las Vegas Motor Speedway Vice President of Media Relations.
He's awesome.
Communications, that in for Sonoma. I was going to ask Jeff if they've got him a jet yet. So it's funny. He goes to Coda, he goes to Atlanta, he goes to Bristol, he goes to Sonoma.
He goes everywhere.
They ought to get him a jet, man. I'm telling you. All right, Diane.
Well, you know what? Let's bring on this this awesome young man.
Yeah, he's an awesome young man. Go ahead, Diane.
Well, you know what? You could ask our next guest, Kris Martin, to do something for you, and a standard response is not a problem. Stepping into the race car that reaches speeds of way over 200 miles per hour, he'll tell you not a problem. Speaking to over 300 students who look at him as a role model, not a problem. This is really what's going to get you.
Okay.
Being born profoundly deaf, not a problem.
Not a problem.
In fact, being born hearing impaired may have helped Kris. Everyone, please give a hearty on Pit Road Racing welcome to Kris Martin.
Yay, there he is. Hey, Kris. Have you got us, buddy? Can you see us okay? Kris, you there?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, it is great. How about you guys?
There we go. There we go.
Hi,
How are
Kris.
you? We're doing good. How are you?
Oh, great. Busy work and getting ready for racing next race in September. And I'm going to Portland road course in California up north with Master Series. And I'm hoping that racing team and I'm just still working on a sponsorship package for 2024. And
Wow.
yeah, just
Well,
I'm
we've got
still going.
we've got some questions for you today. How about that?
Yep.
Okay. I was reading that your uncle and your grandfather were both racers, and they are now in the Canadian Racing Hall of Fame. Did they give you the love of racing?
You mean my grandfather and my uncle? Give me
Oh, your father and you, yeah. Are they the ones that got you into motorsports
Yep.
racing?
Yep. Technically, my grandfather always put me to racing, and what made me realize when I want to start racing, I was watching my uncle and my oldest cousin, and my grandfather was racing when I was 20 years old. And my parents took me to a racetrack, and I saw the cars, pretty cool engine sound, and tires smelling, and I thought it's really pretty cool. I thought I would love to do that when I was getting older. So I told my parents that, yeah.
Yeah. So how old were you when you got in your first race car?
Race car, I was about 15, 16 years old.
I think we
had a little glitch.
A lag.
Yeah. How old were you? How old were you when you first got in a race car? How old were you?
Yeah, I'm 15, 16.
Oh, okay.
15 to 16 years old.
And how old are you now?
36.
Wow. Oh, you don't look 36.
He looks awful young. He looks like
wow, you look way younger than that.
I was going to say,
I thought he was a teenager. I'm sorry. Okay.
I was going to say, if he came down and we took him out for a beer, I bet the guy at the bar would check his ID. Doesn't look old enough to have a beer.
Sure.
Go ahead, Diane.
Because I just watch her and stay healthy. And I go to the gym 4:30 in the morning every day. Try to stay in shape and then go racing. People think I'm 26.
Right. Wow. Well, you don't. You look good for 36. Okay. I had a question I was going to ask you, but I really wasn't sure how to ask this. But how are the other drivers? How's their concern with you being hearing impaired? And I heard about the Hickory, North Carolina experience you had. Can you tell our viewers about that?
Yes. I would say back in 2008, and my mom found the racing team in North Carolina. It's called Elite Boat Racing developed. And so I went down in January to test it. To test the car and how I feel about the car, and I tested the radio, make sure I could see communication a car order and cruise sheet, and just make sure to prepare for the race in the summer. So at that day, I went to the summertime in History Motor Speedway, and I was kind of nervous because it's the first time Spirit in a race car. And I went to track and I registered, and then basically said, you're hearing impaired. I don't know about that. So I said, well, I can make you a deal. But you let me go out and practice so you can hear communication radio, my special FM system called Bonnet. And that allows me to hear communication radio. So he said, okay. So and I let me go out and practice. So I went out and practice a couple of times, and I passed cars clean and respect, no trouble. So basically, the driver said, okay. Sometimes the drivers said, whoa, there's a truck driver. I don't know if he should go out because they worry about safety, driving by side or a car sheet or, an accident. And so I did practice, I did qualify. And then the guy who put next door to me said, this kid's a good driver, very clean, he can hear the radio. And that's how I showed them to prove. And the driver does sure about it. And I qualified 7th, and I finished 7th of 30 cars. For 100 laps.
And being at Hickory, I've been to Hickory Motor Speedway many times, Chris, and that is one tough track to handle right there. I mean, it is absolutely mean. Hey, listen, we want to get into the Kia thing. We're going to take a quick break. Chris, stand by because, folks, I want you to take a look at this commercial that this young man did for Kia Motorsports. Chris, we'll be right back with you. Stand by, buddy.
Kia, movement that inspires.
That is something else right there.
I love it. When that commercial comes on, I smile. I mean, I haven't met, like I said, but I have now. I have actually met you. I consider this, But I was talking to my son today, and I'd asked him if he had ever seen the Kia commercial. He said no. I don't think they have. I think all they have is streaming channels or whatever. So I sent him the YouTube copy, and the only thing he texted me back, wow. So, and he was just so impressed.
How did you get the gig for the Kia commercial?
How I did that in commercial? Well, someone found me from California, looking for depth driver or race car driver for Kia commercial for America, not in Canada, America. So they found me on the website on Google, and they contact me, and then we did Stu meeting a couple of times, and then we talked about it. FM system, communication. So they said, okay, put Kris Martin on it. So I flew from my home, Toronto, to BC. So I went to BC, road course, racetrack. And then we were there for 1 week and try out the shoot, meet people, passing speech, passing signing for that people. And per day, practice, and I test the car, drive out the track, get comfortable, and it's so funny. They have twin cars just for her backup, just in case I wreck one, right? Dang it.
So you didn't wreck any of them, right? You did not wreck any of them. Excellent.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So I mean, I was very impressed. So many people they're spending so much money. It's fantastic. People are always prepared, and I was really loved it because I never done this in my life. But it went well, and yeah, it was great, fantastic, and then hopefully I will do this again, an opportunity. So.
It's good commercial, great commercial.
Kris, we're working down to the end of this segment right here. What are your dreams, my friend? Where would you like to go racing at? I mean, I know that you got a passion for stock cars, but you said when we were talking in this pre-interview, you said, "Man, if it's got 4 wheels and a motors, I'd give it a wheel." So, where is your heart going, my friend? Where would you like to land?
Well, my opportunity is more flexible, and I just want the opportunity, like road court racing or NASCAR, stock car, anything to put me in the seat. Right. And just to start,
You just want to race.
I'm sorry?
You just want to race, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay, like sprint car racing, dirt track, road court racing, open wheel, stock car, I'm not too picky, you know what I mean? It just get me, put my foot in the door, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I'm very flexible. It doesn't matter where I can fly there to start. That's how bad I want it. Yeah.
I think you're going to, I don't know if you caught this interview that an article was printed that Tony Stewart, right when Stewart Haas signed Josh Berry, Tony Stewart publicly came out and said, I wasn't looking for a rich dad to buy his son a cup ride. And I think things could be starting to change because people are understanding, yes, if you bring somebody in that's got a multi-million dollar budget, and if they don't perform, my point getting to here, there's a lot of good talent out there that doesn't have the multi-billion or million dollar budgets. And these guys are left out of race cars. And I think this is one. Zach Lightfoot out of Langley, Virginia. He's another good kid. 3 track championships, 3 different divisions, and Smithfield Farms is right down the street from his dad's business, and they can't get $50 out of him to go race. And it's a sad thing that this has, and I think that's where the motorsport needs to change. We got about 2 minutes left. Is there anything else that you would like to say? How about social media and anything else, Kris? Anything? The last 2 minutes is yours, my friend.
Yeah, no worries. Like. I'm not shy, I'm not afraid to speak up to the people around the world in motorsport racing. I have a sponsorship passion here and go, but there's people on beer, but about a Dutch car race car driver that can't do. They didn't want to say that because they're too afraid. But I totally get it. This is why I'm on TV commercial. This is why I'm showing you guys I can talk, I can drive a car, I can hear you. That's my proof. So there's nothing to fear, to stop me, and that's why I said, any serious, I should start. So, go ahead.
Hey, Kris. You know what? I'd get in a car with you. I wouldn't fear nothing with getting in a car with you because I've seen you drive on that Kia commercial, and you can drive. So
I've seen a bunch of knuckleheads I've gotten in a car with that I wish I wouldn't have gotten into a car with. That's it.
So people need to, get over that fear. You've proved yourself. So
yeah,
that's it. Social media, my friend. Before we let you go, where can they find you? A Facebook account, a Twitter, or anything like that?
Yep, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
There you go. He is from Canada, man. He is one heck of a young man, and it has been a pleasure out there. I hope that we would really like to try to get you down here. I'm trying to make a couple of calls to some people that have some cars around here to see if we might be able to get you into something to get your feet wet here in the United States, man. And you couldn't do it anything better than the bull ring. I'm telling you, that's for sure. Mr. Kris Martin, our special guest from Canada. Good luck this year, my friend. We want to keep in touch with you and have yourself a good day, okay?
You too, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you, buddy. I'm going to tell you what,
Thank
we're gonna stand by. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break. When we come back, the 3-time U.S. National Speedway motorcycle champion and the founder of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, Gene Woods, is standing by. We'll do him right after this, everybody.
The bright lights, the glitz, the glamour. It all means nothing without a shot. A chance to turn dreams into reality. To change your destiny. To make history. Nothing's given. Everything earned. It's more than a race. It's a shot at a championship.
Let's go get a championship, baby!
The NASCAR playoffs return to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the South Point 400, October 13th through 15th.
Kia. Movement that inspires.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
Just about 8 minutes before the top of the hour. Pit Road Racing is live at the WCOBM 450 Fremont Street in the heart of downtown Las Vegas, just on the other side of the Gene Woods Racing Experience and on the other flip side of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. And standing by on the StreamYard service with us right now, he is the founder of the 3-time national champion of Speedway Motorcycle and the founder of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. Mr. Gene Woods is with us. Good afternoon, Gene.
How are you guys doing?
Hey, Gene.
Hey, buddy. We're doing good. We're doing good. You got a big announcement coming up about at the beginning of this next year. Tell us all about it, Gene.
Well, the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame 4.0 Motorcycle Industry Celebration will be January 27th. That's Saturday, January 27th. You can go online to the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, which is hotshoehof.com, and register. Everything is free. We want everybody to come join us. The who's who of the motorcycle industry will be there. It's absolutely amazing.
I guess I shouldn't ask this, considering I sit on the board too, but have we picked a lifetime member for this year?
A lifetime achievement? Well,
yeah.
It's a discussion right now, but it's going to be a heck of a surprise when we announce it. It's going to be something really great. Weld is one of the most famous names in the motorcycle industry.
Hey, Gene, your background, is that your new place right there?
Yeah, I'm standing out on the
back. I see a really pretty sunset.
Yeah,
that's a really pretty sunset you got.
I may not come back.
Yes, you will.
He's got to come back. You can't leave it.
Yes, you will.
That's it there. Well, man, it's at motorcycle racing. We got this, the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. In fact, Diane, go ahead and grab a shoe. Right there it is. There it is. And she's actually holding a shoe so they can see the logo. There we go. Put it up just like this, and I shall match you just like that. And in case you didn't notice, and it is scrolling across the screen, Gene founded the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, which is a Hall of Fame, a museum style, if you wish it, that is honoring the motorcycle racing industry and motorsports. 99% of it motorcycles, but there are a lot of motorcycle guys that crossed over into car racing or car racing back to motorcycles. So we honor it here. Also, what we've got here is we have tennis shoes that Gene has purchased about 4,000 or 5,000 pairs of these things, and we've been going to local missions churches, putting shoes on people's feet. So if you will log on and see it scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now to the hotshoehof.com, you will scroll down. You will see a donate button there. And whether it's $1, whether it's $5, it's $10, it's $20, $100, $1,000, whatever, 100% of the donation goes to purchase these shoes. Gene and Jerry and the whole crew were up in Sacramento. They took 50, 100 pairs of shoes up there to a local mission. So if you would like to help, this is a nonprofit organization. We do not make any money off of this. 100% of this goes into these shoes that you see, Gene, and we get them out and we're putting shoes on people's feet.
Very cool, guys. Hey, you're doing a great job there. The show looks great.
Did you happen to see our last interview?
Did
you happen to see our last interview?
I caught part of it. We've been up here working. So.
Really nice kid. I just hope somebody will give him a chance. You know, he's a really nice kid. I don't think people should let his disability, impair him, which he doesn't. So I thought it was a great interview.
Yeah, he certainly was. You know, it was pretty cool, Gene, that he had a technician built this helmet with his implant system that he can actually drown out the crowd. He can drown out the engine noise. The only thing that he can dial in is his spotter and his crew chief from the stand. And I just think that is really remarkable. And I think we got him to light his light up, because I don't know if you saw the interview, but Tony Stewart made it public after he signed Josh Berry to replace Kevin Harvick that Tony Stewart said that he was not looking for a rich dad to buy his kid a cup ride. And man, you got to take that off, because there's a lot of great talent out there, Gene.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and it's a shame what the racing industry has come to. It's come to just about money. And it's great to see people with talent actually fulfill their dream and step up to a level that they can enjoy their life racing.
It certainly is. January 27th, 2024, it's going to be the 4.0 or the 4th annual Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. Our 4 years, come on down. It's free registration. Daylin Woods caters it. Everything from Woods Family Sandwiches. It's held at the Notoriety Nightclub, which is a 72,000. Go ahead.
It's on Saturday night, right after the Mecum auction ends. So there's the Mecum motorcycle auction all that week, and we follow the Mecum motorcycle auction that Saturday night. So most of the motorcycle industry celebrities are in town. They're in town for our deal. They're in town for the Mecum auction. It's just a big, huge get together, and it's really a great thing. And everybody enjoys themselves. I can guarantee that.
I always have fun, and I learned so much more about the motorcycle industry, and I get to meet a lot of people, so I enjoy myself.
You know what I'm waiting for is that we get to take this rig, since when you purchase this thing, and now you've made it so that we can pack this thing up in like 3 units, and we can take it upstairs. So we'll be covering racing. We'll just cover the whole darn thing this year, because we got multiple cameras. We got the top-notch set up here, so we're looking forward to that.
He's getting
you can broadcast live from Daytona now.
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, we can do Daytona now. We can come down there and have that. Well, listen, is there anything more? You're fading there, so I see that it's getting dark in Daytona.
A lot darker there,
it's getting dark in Daytona Beach. Gene, thank you. There you go. Go ahead.
Just wanted to tell you guys you're doing a great job, and the show looks great.
Thank you so much, Gene.
Thanks, Gene. 3-time U.S. National Open Speedway motorcycle champion, the founder of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, Mr. Gene Woods, right there, buddy. Thanks a lot. We'll see you real soon.
Guys. See you, Mike.
There you go, man. We're going to take one quick final break right here. And when we come back, we'll wrap it up. We got a little news to cover on Pit Road Racing live at the WCOBM right after this, everybody.
Come on! What the That is awesome.
The bright lights, the glitz, the glamour. It all means nothing without a shot. A chance to turn dreams into reality. To change your destiny. To make history. Nothing is given. Everything earned. It's more than a race. It's a shot at a championship.
Let's go get a championship, baby!
The NASCAR playoffs return to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the South Point 400, October 13th through 15th.
And we are back. All right. Getting out, we just had the we were in-laws, man.
We don't know what happened.
We really don't know what happened.
We like, or doing all that.
Yeah. Well,
I think we all should wait until
go ahead.
a family member or a spokesperson for the family, comes up and tells us. We should not pressure anybody into telling us what happened. It's tragic, and I just think we need to let the family have some time to process it.
And I agree with you 100%. In case you haven't heard that, two people and an 11-year-old grandson were found dead, and apparently, according to a police report, Terry Janaway is suspected of shooting and killing her husband, Jack Janaway, and the 11-year-old grandson, Dalton Janaway. Terry and Jack's daughter, Chandra Janaway, is the wife of NASCAR driver Jimmy Johnson. And this was out of Legacy Motorsports Group or Motorsports Club today that they have decided to go ahead and pull the number 84 Cavana machine out of that. Jimmy Johnson will not be racing in Chicago this weekend on the streets of that. And I could hardly blame him for that.
I totally understand.
It's just such a sad thing that happened with this. And
And like I said, I just hope hope the fans and everybody just like respects their privacy, and not speculate. Don't speculate what you think happened, because
we don't know what happened.
We don't know, and we need to wait for either one of the family members or a spokesman for the family members to let everybody know what happened.
Right.
But let them tell us in their own time.
But from us, our family, to Jimmy Johnson's family, to the Legacy Motor Club group there, and everyone with NASCAR and racers around, our hearts are filled with sadness. And we wish to respect Jimmy and his family, his wife, and their family and their kids and everybody that's involved. Please show them the respect and kindness to do. But just publicly as broadcasters, we wanted to acknowledge it. We send our thoughts and our prayers out to Jimmy and all of his family right there. So it's just a tragic thing that happened. It really is. But a great show lined up for us today, Diane. And I
had a good time today.
Show number 18 is in the books. And coming up, man, on this program, we've got GMS NASCAR Craftsman truck drivers Grant Enfinger, Raul Carruth, and Daniel Dye all going to be stopping by to chat with us. We're going to be going across over to London, England, where we're going to be meeting Ida Zetterstorm. She is a FIA Top Fuel and Superbike champion from London, England. Also, Jeremy Porter, president and the CEO of Atlanta Motorsports Park, will be joining this program. And, of course, we've got more people coming from racing around the country. Billy Mitchell will be coming back to us, a little bit of shop talk. And I understand through a text that Johnny's got all the clips ready to go, so we'll get Johnny on and get his part of the program added out there. Anything that you would like to say in final?
No, just everybody have a happy and safe 4th of July weekend. Don't do anything stupid.
Just be crazy out.
Thanks for joining us for On Pit Road Racing. Follow us on our website, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at On Pit Road Racing. On Pit Road Racing is written and produced by WCOBN TV. I'm John the Announcer for On Pit Road Racing.